The Nissan Navara, the smart, capable pickup truck.
Behind us is the Nissan Navara.
A rather cool off-roading pickup. This is the N-Guard edition. 4-cab, black grille, black roof bars, black cover at the back as well. Even black inlays on the LED headlamps.
This model is just over 39,000 with its options and various extras it's got on it.
Well, it has got quite a lot, hasn't it? I mean, I've got an electric driver's seat for a start, and leather.
And you've got the roller cover and bars at the back.
Yeah.
The range does start at around 24,000.
I was going to say, that's a modest price, isn't it, for a very capable pickup. This is powered by a 2.3 litre DCI, and it has a 7-speed automatic gearbox.
I was going to say, there is a range of diesel engines.
There is.
Manual, automatic, and the base model you can also get 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, well, you've got selectable 4-wheel drive in this, and you've also got descent control as well.
Saying that, I'm going to be taking a look at the exterior styling.
I'll be looking at the interior, the build quality and the practicality.
I won't be driving it, you'll be driving it.
I will, and I'll be driving it to Goodwood as well, because it's Festival of Speed this week, so we're going to get a fair few miles on this vehicle, aren't we?
We certainly are, and then Annabelle will bring you the verdict on whether or not this is the car for you. At the front of the car you've got a rugged design, raised ride height, and this gloss black surround around the grille, and that continues in the headlamps. You also have gloss black surrounds around the fog lamps. When it comes to equipment, you have automatic LED headlamps with headlamp washers, rain sensing wipers, forward emergency braking, LED daytime running lights, 360-degree camera. One thing that would have been nice is front parking sensors, but you do get a good view of the bonnet from the raised driving position. Coming to the side of the car, you have 18-inch black alloy wheels with a high-profile tyre. That's great for comfort and off-roading. Gloss black door mirrors, roof bars, door handles and side step. They are power folding and house the camera for the 360-degree system. Keyless entry. The pillars also finished in this satin black effect, rear privacy glass, chrome accent along the window line. Funnily enough, you have 2 filler caps on this car, one for the AdBlue and one for the diesel. You also have an electronic slip diff, and these bars and the rolling cover are a £2,500 option. I do particularly like this decal along the side. Coming to the back of the car, you have a gloss black bumper with rear parking sensors and a tow bar. You also have a high-level brake light and aerial all the way over there, as well as reversing camera, a rear spoiler integrated into the tailgate. You're reminded you have a 5-year warranty, and this is a Navara.
Climbing into the front is nice and easy thanks to the raised ride height and the fact that the doors open nice and wide. Once you're in here, it's exactly what you expect for an off-roader. This is all hard plastic, but it's very well designed. It would have been nice to see a soft touch plastic, but it's for off-roading, workmen, manual labour. One thing that is strange to not see is a handle here. You have a handle here for the passenger. For somebody with a mobility challenge, it's something to consider. The N-Guard is full of premium materials. Just look at the yellow stitching. They're slightly buckety as well. Very premium finishes and comfortable too. And this seat is fully electric as well. Selectable 4-wheel drive and 7-speed auto gearbox as well. When it comes to functionality, you've got all-round electric windows, power folding door mirrors, which are electrically operated and heated. On the right hand side you can disable your parking sensors and your traction control. When it comes to the steering wheel, you've got your media controls on the left. On the right hand side you've got your cruise control. You can also operate your fuel computer from a little tab system on the left, just above the media. You have full LED headlamps with high beam assist, rain sensing wipers, fuel computer in the middle which shows you things like media, economy stats and car settings, push button start here. Decent infotainment system in the middle with satellite navigation, DAB radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and Bluetooth. You've also got a CD player at the top, shortcut buttons on the side, and you can operate your camera as well here. Below that you've got a selector dial with 2-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low. You push that to select which four-wheel drive mode you'd like. You've also got descent control on the right of that, and you can lock and unlock your doors. 12-volt socket here, auxiliary and USB. And that brings me to the 7-speed automatic gearbox. Park, reverse, neutral, drive and manual modes. Behind that you can control your heated seats, and up here you can control your sunroof with tilt and slide. Also under this armrest there's a 12-volt socket here as well. When it comes to practicality, as you can see, I've got ample headroom, I've got decent legroom as well. Now let's get to the seat. This is an electronic seat, so you can adjust the back, the height, front lift, and it's also got electronic lumbar support as well. Now one strange thing with the steering wheel is it has height adjustment, but there is no reach adjustment. When it comes to storage, decent sized door bins where you can fit a bottle of water, nice storage point at the front for some sweeties, in the middle 2 cup holders, and under the leather wrapped armrest, decent area where you could fit a bottle of water. When it comes to the glove box, well, modest size. Stepping into the rear of the Navara is nice and easy thanks to the raised ride height and the fact that the doors open nice and wide. Once you're back here, well, it's quite roomy. Okay, my headroom is, well, I'd say ample. If I lean right back and I have big hair, it will brush against, but if my seat was a bit further forward, which I could realistically probably do because it's set up for me and I'm 6'3", I'd have more legroom and I'd be able to sit a bit further forward so my head wouldn't be so close to the roof. Now at Planet Auto we're always developing new measurements, and we've come up with a new one today. The width of this is going to allow for 3 Michaels. You'd only get 2 bends in here. To round up, on shorter journeys you'll get 3 people, on longer journeys 2 very comfortably. And this centre seat is quite comfortable as well. I love the finish as well with the yellow stitching. It's nicely finished with premium materials. Hard plastics on the door, but you expect that. It's a rough and rugged off-roader. Electric window, coloured insert here just lightens it up nicely, and you've got a decent sized door bin as well where you can fit a bottle of water and a bag of snacks.
Would you like another unit of measurement? 3 fries Turkish delight will fit in the door.
Mat pockets on the back of the seats, vents for your air conditioning, and Isofix points here as well, and SRS airbags here. Also, you notice when I got in, I used this. Very handy for off-roading and climbing aboard the vehicle using the step at the bottom. Stepping round to the rear of the Navara, you have a key to unlock the tailgate. This is a rolling shutter. You open the tailgate like so. To open the shutter, pull sharply right and then push. And then that locks in place. Pull that. The bed can carry just over 1 tonne. The roof bars, they can actually carry 56 kilos, and the total towing weight of the vehicle is 3.5 tonne as well, so very cool. You can also see that this one is fitted with a liner as well. You've got tethering points here, rather cool mechanism that you twist to move around, and you can tether various loads. A Euro pallet will fit in here. Now you'll see we haven't got our big box because Michael and I nearly lost it on the beach the day that we were doing the other pickups because the wind caught it. Instead, we have our luggage for Goodwood. As you can see, we've got a fair few things in there, and you could probably get quadruple what's in there now. Behind the tow bar on the bottom of the vehicle, you'll also find the spare wheel. One thing I would have liked to see is a soft opening tailgate. Saying that, it's not too heavy. What's the Nissan Navara like to drive? Well, it's powered by a 2.3 DCI turbocharged diesel engine, and it's coupled to a 7-speed automatic gearbox.
It's nippy as well. 0 to 62 miles per hour in 10.8 seconds.
That's not bad, is it? Especially for a 4-wheel drive pickup.
Exactly.
And it's got 450 Newton meters of torque as well, which means it's perfect for towing that 3.5 tonne towing capacity.
Well, that's a lot, and especially when you consider that you do also have capacity to put stuff on the roof racks. And
the bed as well.
Exactly.
But I think the roof racks will hold something like 56 kilos,
yep,
and just over a tonne on a pallet in the back, which is very good, isn't it?
It's excellent.
But what's the ride like? I mean, we can realistically say we're a savant at driving the Navara now because we took it down to Goodwood.
Road trip!
Well, exactly.
It was a total road trip. It was brilliant.
And in all honesty, we covered around 1,000 miles, didn't we?
We did, which when you have that much time in a vehicle, you kind of get to know it really, really well. You know how it feels, how comfortable it is, what the capacity
Well,
is.
it's perfect for a long haul, isn't it?
Actually, when you consider the kind of job that we do, the kind of distances that we sometimes have to travel, I would start picking this over medium-sized SUVs or saloon cars, you know, cruising cars that you think of for work, because of not just the capacity of how much you could load into it, but the comfort.
Well, that's it. I've got an
It's
electric
brilliant.
seat, haven't I? And we've both got heated seats as well.
Yes, and even in the back of the cab, it's really, really comfortable. You've got lots of space, lots of leg room. The seats are really, really comfortable.
Well, they're leather, aren't they? And
Yes,
they've
they
got
are.
sports stitching as well, so they look good and feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
The other thing about this car, and I think you've probably noticed it as well, is the ride. It's phenomenal. It just eats up potholes, doesn't it, because of that suspension with the raised ride height.
That's it, Ben. You do feel like you're in a bubble because you feel very, very well contained.
And you've got a good command of the road. You've got very good vision, haven't you?
Yeah, it's because you're so high. It's great. You get
Well, so you
such
see
good,
over hedges and things, can't you?
It's brilliant, and you get a lot of light. Yes, there's privacy glass in the back, Ben, but to be honest, it doesn't make any difference in terms of making you feel light and airy in the back, and it has a sunroof as well.
You've also got lots of visibility around, big windows at the side, nice commanding view with big windscreen, and the back window's not far either, so you've got a good view out the back. You've also got, it's a 360 camera, isn't it?
Yeah, it gives you a bird's eye view when you're manoeuvring. It's great.
There's also parking sensors on the rear as well.
Yeah.
The ride's good as well, isn't it? As I mentioned, it is very good at motorway speeds, but on an A road as well. I mean, you do get body roll, don't you? But you're bound to. It's a four-wheel drive.
Exactly, and if you know to expect that, if you're in a case of where there's some spirited driving, you're going to expect some lean.
And you've got these handles on your side and in the back to hold on to. They're perfect for off-roading as well.
Well, that's really what it's for, but it does really, really help around and about.
Well, as I mentioned, long hauls, you know, really, really decent journeys. I mean, we're doing 1,000 miles on a round trip, which is absolutely immense. And economy-wise, we were going from anywhere from 33 to 37, which I don't really think's bad, considering the long wheelbase of this vehicle.
Well, actually, when you look at it and you actually think about how much fuel you may have needed to top up for that kind of journey, it's not been much at all. The economy is actually really good for the size and weight of the vehicle.
Yeah, well, that's what you notice, isn't it? I mean, pickups aren't the most fuel-efficient vehicles in the world, and they all have powerful engines, obviously for towing.
Exactly.
But, as we mentioned, it can tow full capacity as well at 3.5 ton. Steering wise, very good. Tightens up when it needs to, lightens up. Very easy to maneuver as well, especially with the added options of big windows and the cameras. Goes where you point it, and it's not a bad experience on an A road either. I mean, yeah, as we mentioned, there is a bit of body roll, but if you just drive at a normal pace, you don't even notice it. Now, one thing I'd like to draw on is the fact of the gearbox. If you floor it off from a junction, you will see hesitation. Whether it's a gearbox or turbo lag, I don't actually know. However, if you just pull away at a normal pace, it's perfectly fine. And overall, the gearbox is extremely good coupled with that engine. You've got power when you need it. If you kick down, you will get a bit of a roar, but you expect that. And it holds gears when it needs to. And if you're going for the economy drive, it keeps changing until it's in 7th. It's very good. Brakes wise, front discs, rear drums. You've also got an old school handbrake and hill hold assist as well. Now, the car's just over £36,000. It's got automatic lights, they're LED. It's also got rain sensing wipers too, and front emergency braking. Option wise, Annabelle, it's got a few, hasn't it?
Yes, I actually love the bed liner in this, and also it's this model actually comes with a roll cover So those are options that actually do cost you not actually as much as you would think. The bed liner itself costs £269.
What do you like about the bed liner?
I like the fact that it's all completely one part, so it's a case of you can pretty much put anything in it, no matter how mucky it is. You can get the jet wash out, give it a clean, and it actually will just make sure all of the rubbish comes out of the bed liner and not the actual car.
That's perfect, isn't it?
It is, it's great.
It's also easy to fit as well and remove.
Well, this one actually comes with a black roll cover as well.
Ah, the tonneau cover.
Yes.
Yeah, and you'll see in the video that you could quite easily open it and close it.
I could indeed, yes.
It would have been nice to see a soft opening tailgate, wouldn't it?
However, Ben, I actually found manageable. I was able to do that even with my mobility challenges. I was able to open and close that one.
That's very good. Oh, there we go. Another spirited driver in the morning.
Yes. Yeah, that black roll cover comes with an option that has that and the styling bars, and that's a £2,501 option, Ben.
But it really does look good, doesn't it? Especially when you combine it with the other black aspects on the vehicle, like the grille and the inserts on the headlamps.
Exactly.
And the steps on the side.
Yes, they are really cool.
Yeah, well, the whole black additions to this make it look a lot more sporty, don't they?
It's fantastic. The last option on this car is the tow bar and Tech 13 pin. That's an option of £520.
Oh, cool.
Brilliant.
So, could you just go through some of the tech? There's loads of stuff on that spec sheet, isn't there?
There is. Yeah, as standard, Ben, you've got LED door mirror indicators. You've got metallic paint.
Well, that's it. There's
standard.
LEDs everywhere. You've got LED daytime running lights, the headlamps, and even on the indicators, as you mentioned.
Yeah, alloy wheels, they're standard. It's fantastic. Well, nowadays these pickups are actually fitted with the kind of mod cons that you'd get with a modern car.
They're nothing like the things that you used to find in the 1990s, aren't they? Where it'd be 2 seats and a robust four-wheel drive, and
a bit
that's
more
about
raw.
it.
I think that's really the kind of feeling
That's
that you
the
have
perfect
with
way
it.
of putting it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. These are, with all of the power and the convenience and the utility, combined with all the mod cons.
Well, full leather seats, sports stitching. I've got an electric seat.
Sat nav.
Also, four-wheel drive is selectable in a really easy way, isn't it? With this control just down here.
It is perfect, yeah. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel high, and four-wheel low.
That's perfect. And there's also descent control, isn't there?
It's brilliant. And you wouldn't expect to have heated seats in one of these, but you do get that now. And it's fitted as standard.
Yeah, overall, it's a very good pickup, isn't it? It's a great workhorse, it's a decent engine, and it's far more economical than you'd actually think.
And it's comfortable, and it's convenient, and it's so quiet in the cab whilst you're driving.
It is.
With a 2.3 litre DCI twin-turbo engine and a 7-speed automatic gearbox, the Navara N-Guard has a lot going for it. With prices for the range starting at £20,500, the N-Guard costs just over £35,500. This pickup will get you from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 10.8 seconds and delivers 450 newton meters of torque. And if you're wondering if it's capable, it can carry 1 tonne on its bed and also tow 3.5 tonnes, putting this pickup firmly in the workhorse category. It's also very good off-road too, thanks to its ladder chassis. This model here costs just over $39,000 with optional extras, is Euro 6 and comes with Nissan's 5-year warranty. Standard features include 18-inch alloy wheels, LED headlights, daytime running lights and door mirrors, hill start assist, cruise control with speed limiter, rear parking sensors and a 360 camera, to name but a few. Optional extras include the bed liner and the black roll cover and styling bars. We found this option to be an excellent feature that not only added greater functionality to the vehicle, it looked great too and was probably our favourite feature. For long distance, short distance, work or play, the Nissan Navara is definitely worth a closer look.